Hello, 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 everybody. Everybody. What's cracking? What's up? What's going on? How is everybody doing? Guys, I cannot customer service no more. I'm gonna drink to this. I might make this a 31-minute live stream because I go in a little later tomorrow. Guys, you know how frustrating it is to work in retail? Customer service retail? It is frustrating. It is frustrating to a point where I don't want to be in customer service anymore. And I've been wanting a job that has nothing to do with customer service. But guess what? What are all those jobs that don't have to do with customer service? They're all delivery drivers. Every single one I have seen. Not too many warehouses, not too many people are stocking, but most jobs I seen was basically delivery drivers. I do not like driving at all. Not even with my own car sometimes. I don't want to drive. I don't want to go nowhere. So delivering, nope, ain't for me. And lately, again, you can take offense if anything. You got on my channel, you saw this video, you're in for a ride if you continue. I work in a Hispanic community, which makes things X times worse when they don't speak English. Now you may be wondering, it could have been bad, it could be worse with needy white people, because white people can be very needy. English people can also be needy as well. My eye. Hopefully I'm not coming up with a sty because my eye is itching. It's hurting. And this is real talk right here. I really feel like I cannot customer service anymore. This week has me dreading to work because I always have to deal with you speak Spanish people, and I'm getting so aggravated to the point where it's like I just feel like calling immigration and having immigration just wait on the block and take away all these people. Because I don't know where the heck they came from. They don't even know the area at all. They just spawned. And I can't with it. I need to drink. I feel like getting drunk as heck right now. Like, I don't know if you were here the other day. I made a live stream. My live stream was, I had to go into work today and I thought it was off. That day, if you go into that video and you see that video, you hear in that video how angry I was of a person. I was so upset. I was angry. that I had to go into work today. I don't know why I turned that light off. I'm supposed to keep the light off. Oh. So the day came where I didn't think I was going to feel this way, but I felt aggravated at every single body that walked my path that day because I thought it was off. I had a nice day half off. I enjoyed my whole day until that happened, and it just absolutely ruined my day. My whole day. I was aggravated. I took it out on all customers. And I just wish somebody could take my place because I wasn't feeling work at all. I had to chug a whole Monster Energy. I mean, chug it. So that way I can get that in my system so I can play around with them and be like who I am when I regroup. Today, my coworker, he's a really cool coworker. I really like him. He's pretty cool. I was just getting ready. Let me see where. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that. I was just getting ready. I was doing one side of my hair and I was about to do my other side of the hair. And he called me, and first thing first, what I thought is, no. I was supposed to be there at 11 instead of 12. You know, that's the first thing that popped in my head. Or I'm supposed to be there at 9 instead of 12. Because I'm just dreading to be late again to work and to be late again to work. Because of the schedule changes. Okay, I'm trying to regroup. I really am. I'm trying to inhale my alcohol right now because I'm exhausted. So he called me. He asked me if I could switch schedules with him on Thursday, and he could work my Thursday, and I work today. And I'm like, what do you mean? I work today. He's like, I said, are you okay? He said that he's fighting his inner demons right now and he can't today. And I said, wait a minute. So you feel what I felt just the other day, right? Angry, upset, aggravated, taking out all the customers, don't want to be there today. Is that what you're feeling? He says, yes, I can't be here. And he said that he was a little bit late for work today. And he couldn't. He knew it was a bad start from the beginning. And he kind of just went with it for a while. And then he kind of like had it. He was done with customer service today. And I said, look, I wish I had someone to take my place just the other day because I couldn't. I felt like I was going to angry every customer because of what I was going to say to them. And at that time, he was like, yep, I'm feeling that way and I don't want to be here. And I said, okay, I'll take over your schedule today. I didn't take over his schedule. I just came in a little later and worked a schedule. But he ended up leaving because he had to go. because he couldn't. He couldn't customer service. Can you tell me what's going on here? If I can't customer service, he couldn't customer service today. I covered for him and I said, look, I'll do it, but maybe later in the future, I hope the return. I really hope the return because it's going to be another day where I feel that same way and I want to go home. And since I don't feel like being there today, I want someone to take my place. Usually that's not the case for me because he gave up today. I had gave up the other day when I was supposed to be off, or I thought I was off. Hold on, give me a sec. And I took his place. I know he if I'm not there, I feel like he can't either customer service because I make him laugh, I make him smile. I get through the day with that person, and I can see that if I'm not there, he's very aggravated and annoyed because, come on, who would not get aggravated and annoyed by you speak Spanish every single step of the way? Who is not? I am done too with you speak Spanish and they don't want to reply. I tried to make a video about it and then I backed away because of the fact that it will highly get demonetized, which I can see why. If it gets demonetized, I know why, and it's called freedom of speech. I can't even have my own freedom of speech on the internet world because they will demonetize you. Isn't that sad? Isn't it? That's horrible. The world we live in, huh? So today I got there. I mentally prepared myself to work. I went back to sleep after that because I didn't have to go to work until 3. I went back to sleep. I got up and regrouped myself and oh Lord. Hold on. Okay. Let me go refill my cup. I have a lot of anger in me right now. So I get there and I regroup and I, go throughout the day. I really don't want to deal with customers today either. And every single customer came in said the same thing. You speak Spanish. The Hispanic community, it makes no sense to me because they think of my facility as Spanish. And Spanish people only come where there's Spanish people. If you travel into my area, one side is all whites, nothing but white people. rich white houses. On the other side of the street is Little Mexico. And you don't know how aggravating that is, because I could have a jolly good time with at least some white people, or rich Asians or Japanese people, and then come back to reality. On the other, literally, a street is it has 2 lanes and 2 lanes. I'm not even sure how many feet is that. That's a whole 18-wheeler. Just a whole 18-wheeler. Let's say 10 feet. Within 10 feet, you're in Little Mexico. I am in the deadline to calling. I'm just at a deadline. I can't. How in the world do I work in this environment and constantly have immigrants come to my facility? They don't even have a Texas ID, and it pisses me off. Now, I'm not getting people that are yelling at me and that are going crazy. I'm getting immigrants that don't have any respect. They have no respect whatsoever. But that's a story for another day. So, where I'm at, I get, I already drank my Monster. I was gulping my Monster this afternoon. I took a deep breath and went out there. This time it was a Spanish guy, but he could speak English. This Spanish guy, he waits in line, and I said, give me a second so I can, regroup myself, because I just came in. I literally, a couple of minutes, I was there. This guy wanted to return a product. This product was a tow hitch. It was an elongated tow hitch. And he had got to my counter, and I said, yes, what can I help you with? He says, I want to return this. And I said, okay, as long as you have the receipt, then I could be able to return it for you. This is full-on story right here. If the judge wants some of the story, I got it right here. So, detail by detail. So he had the tow hitch ball and the tow hitch itself. And he says, I'm going to go ahead and exchange it for these 2 items, because you didn't have the whole single tow hitch. My goodness, my voice, I tell you. And I said, okay. He's like, I have my receipt. It's somewhere in here. So he goes through his emails, and he's like, it's somewhere in here. I don't know where it's at. It's somewhere in here. And then I'm like, okay. I'm just calmly waiting. Nobody's in the store, and there's nobody in line. It's just calm. It's a perfect environment of calm. All right. So he keeps scrolling through his phone, and he's like, somewhere in here. He's like, y'all can't pull it up. I said, we can, but you got to know the time and day, and if it's from another. Well, I didn't say that. I said we can, but you got to know where you come from. Like, what register, what time, what day. Oh, I know I have it in here. He states. Okay. So I'm just calmly waiting again, and I'm just calmly waiting while he looks. And then he's like, it must be the trash. Let me dig through my trash emails. So he's over here digging. He finally finds it. He's like, okay, I found it. You thought I was lying, huh? I said, no, I don't think you were lying. I would be more prepared in line, you know. Personally, I would be prepared. If I'm going to return something, I'm going to have it on my screen. That way I don't look like a dumbo looking through my phone and wasting time. That's all I had to say. And then he's all like, I had it on the screen, I just know where it was. So I'm like, okay. So I was going to the returns, click the return, scanned his receipt on his phone. I scanned his receipt on his phone. And then I was looking for the product. He was trying to make conversation, but I'm trying to do business. So I looked at the product that he was returning, because he did say that it bulked on him. I said, oh, well, how much are you weighing? He's like, just a regular trailer. It's not that much. I said, well, you must have met capacity. And we did make conversation about the capacity. I said, oh, it's from China. I said, we can go ahead and do it. But anything from China, I don't think you recommend that, you keep buying it and buying it and buying it. So it's just going to go into circles. I did recommend that he go somewhere else, so that way he can find a better quality. When you tell someone to go somewhere else to find a better quality, I feel personally like that's advice. Personally, that's advice for me. So then he's all like, oh, okay, here it is. I grabbed it, I scanned it for the receipt. I tried to look for the tag, the barcode, to scan the item. There's no barcode. It was missing. I said, oh no, there's no barcode, I can't scan it. I said, let me try to do it manually. The product was not in the system of his receipt. However, it was in his receipt on the phone. So then I was like, well, the product is not on my end, but the product's on your end. I said, something must have happened. I can't figure it out. He then said, well, it's in there. I said, and that's the thing. If it had the barcode, I could scan it and do it manually, but I can't. And he's all like, well, what can I do? And I said, well, unfortunately, I don't have no idea. Maybe you're gonna have to contact customer service. And then he's all like, well, I don't understand. How would that even be? I said, me neither. And I said, plus you didn't buy it from here, so I would say go back to where you bought it at. That way they can print out a receipt, actual receipt, and do the overrides there. He's like, so what, am I gonna eat this? I said, regardless or not, the company's gonna eat it and you're gonna eat it, regardless or not. There's both ways. He then stated, he's like, well, this is ridiculous. I'll call customer service. So I told him, well, go ahead, call customer service. So he was looking through the phone, customer service, trying to figure out where he could call. He came to me and he was all like, I can't find the number. You have the number. I said, oh, I don't have the number, but I can look it up for you. So I went and I put google.com. Then I put our company name. And then I said, I did step by step. So, okay, google.com, company name. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. Well, I don't see it in there. No, so calm down, sir. I'm trying to help you. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. click on contact us, and there was the customer service line. So then I gave him the number, and then he drifts off. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna make this purchase of this one. You know, I'll find it out because I really need this tow hitch. And then I was like, okay, need this tow hitch, so just pay for it like that. Give me a sec, guys. So I was gonna cash them out, but I always like to offer most of the time or self checkout. So I offered I didn't offer. I just said, how are you paying? I said cash or card. I usually leave because the company's standards. If a person, let's just think of it as the company standards. The more customers you have, the more it hurts you. So it's called less is more for me. So there is self-checkout. So I personally got the tow hitch, the tow hitch ball, and went to customer service. I scanned everything. Customer service. I went to self-checkout and scanned everything and pushed pay now. The guy was having second thoughts. No. Does this have where you could print out the receipt and everything? I said yes. Self-checkout, we can hack into the system and we can, look at your receipts and stuff. So no worry if you lost your receipt. I could still get into the system. And I said, look, if you don't feel comfortable about using self-checkout, I can personally check you out. He's all like, I guess I'll do it. So he proceeded with self-checkout. I'm just bad at losing receipts. That's why I haven't emailed. I said, you can also email it to your church self. So he put in his phone number and he ended up, leaving. And then all of a sudden he came back and he says, I need to return this other one because it didn't fit. I said, okay. Give me a moment because I'm by myself. I'm about to do something real quick. I called another person up here about and I actually asked for assistance on the tow hitch with my manager, with my store manager, because I'm the manager. Because he actually wanted a manager. He's like, I want to speak to the manager. I said, I am the manager. And this is what I'm going to do for you, and this is the only thing I can do for you. I gave him so many options. I gave him a lot of options. You might be asking, what options did you give him? If you heard the whole entire story, those are all the options I just gave. He leaves. After he returns that and buys another one, the district manager comes in and says something, and then my store manager says, the guy with the tow hitch wrote you, we gotta write you up for. And then I was like, wow. Just wow. All because I didn't proceed to give him a return or an exchange because his item was not on the receipt. That's crazy talk. And I'm talking about crazy talk right there. I've never heard of that. Never. But I'm going to get a lawyer involved for sure, because they don't want to hear my side of the story. They cherished his side of the story. His side of the story was, well, she didn't want to refund me because it was on my receipt and it wasn't pulling up on her end, and she just didn't want to refund me, and she was being rude, and she said these things to me, and he called HR on me. I'm gonna make this a little bit longer because I'm over here telling a hot story. When he called HR on me like that, that's kind of effed up. And the district manager decided just to, well, she didn't give the customer what he wanted, and we're just going to write you up. The F. And again, this goes back to why I can't customer service no more. Because there's times where we get returns. If the product is over $100, we can't return it because we're gonna eat whatever it is. Plus, it's not our product. So we're basically returning something that's not ours. And if you think about it, guys, the amount of returns that people do is insane. It's insane. I cannot customer service anymore because how the heck am I gonna please someone that just how am I gonna please anybody? If everybody's just after you, if everybody's just angry, how? I'm on a rant. I'm just gonna go for it. But yeah, guys, what do you think of my whole scenario? I cannot customer service anymore. Thank you for whoever thumbs up this video. Thank you. It means a lot. I am just so done with it. So aggravated, annoyed. I can't customer service no more. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.